Hi, everybody. This is Mike Perush with David Katz and Marissa Matea from Katz Consultants, and we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about having an engaged staff. So we often talk about this idea of staff being your accountability partner, but it really goes way beyond that. You want to have staff people who are just super engaged, so engaged in the process of your business that they run it as well as, or maybe even sometimes better than you do. As if they owned it themselves. So we just thought we'd just have this little conversation today about this because, Dr. Katz, you've had somebody like that on your team in the past, and of course I have with Marissa as well. And it's really an interesting concept to have somebody that engaged in your practice.
That's exactly right. I had a opportunity to teach a class on personal success not too long ago, and there were 11 things that we talked about as far as personal success. And number 3 on there was pulling people around you who are smarter than you are and better at doing what you do in any particular field. And I think a lot of success with a lot of doctors is that they have a really good staff. In fact, he's one of your clients right now. One of our clients had a doctor that his wife was a wonderful CA. And when she would be in the office as the front desk, he'd do $60,000 a month in collections. When she went away for like 8 months, it went down to $30,000. She came back, went right back up to $60,000. So my saying is this: you can pay a CA too much, but it's real hard to pay a good CA too much. They're really important.
Well, and that's a great point, and I sure wouldn't have let her get too far from the practice, being that good. But when you look outside the profession and you look at CEOs of major corporations, almost every single one of them will say, "I didn't find success because I'm so smart. I found success because I brought people around me that were smart." And we really have to remember to do that in our practices. Sometimes we get this small thinking that because we're the owner of the practice that we have to drive everything. But really, your job as the doctor is to drive patient care. And when you have somebody behind you that is super engaged in the practice and the success of the practice, you will do even better. And Marissa, you and I just developed that rapport just right from the get-go. And my gosh, now we've worked together for, I don't even want to say how long.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not discuss that part. But, the success that we had in practice was, I couldn't have had the same success in practice if it didn't have you right there engaged along with me as if you were my partner. In fact, I treated you like my partner.
Yeah, and I think it's important for staff to remember that being engaged in the practice is it's huge. It's paramount to everybody's success. I mean, you have to go in and understand the statistics. You have to understand what the practice is doing, and you have to be able to be willing to go above and beyond to build that practice. And being engaged and being that accountability partner for the doctor is so important to make sure the success of the doctor in the clinic. And all of that comes right back to you as staff. If the clinic's doing well, you're doing well. So it's important to remember and really dive in and understand what's happening in the practice.
I would say 2 things about that. Eventually, doctors, you're pedaling as fast as you can. You can do whatever you want to. You can pedal a little faster for a little while longer, but you're doing as much as you can, and you can't do any more. You think Bill Gates says, well, it's Friday, I got to sit down and write out 138,000 payroll checks today. There comes a point in time when you just got to delegate out, and the more you delegate, the more you're going to grow. A doctor without a good tandem staff person is a doctor that's going to plateau.
That's absolutely right. So, docs, find that person on your staff. If you don't have one, find one, because the power of having that tandem staff member is, I'm going to use both of your terms, paramount to your future success. Yep. So, I'm Mike Perush with David Katz and Marissa Matea. Thanks for listening today.